So how does it feel to be back in your home state of North Carolina?
It feels great.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I spend every off season basically just down here training. So it's always good to come back and see friends and family.
Yep. So you train here in the off season, and then you go back up whenever you're done training.
Yeah.
Where do you train at here?
So I train in at Duke University and up in Durham. You know, they allow me to come back and use the facilities, weight room, film room, treatment, training room, whatever I need. So you know, it's you know, it works in my advantage. I don't have to spend money going to different training facilities, but I'm still getting top-notch, you know, workouts. So that's why I train at.
So, and then you get the good food because you're around family in North Carolina. So it's just like a win-win all around.
Yeah, it is. But I have to watch what I eat, though.
Yeah.
You know, down here, it's a lot of, you know, fried food and stuff, and you know, just being a athlete, I try to watch what I eat. You know, what goes into my body. So when I come here, it's tough. You know, and with Bojangles and all the fast food and stuff. You know, food I grew up on, I have to, you know, kind of. You know, do away with that. But
everybody outside of North Carolina loves Bojangles, so I know it's difficult trying to stay away from Bojangles. You don't have that in like New York and Washington, so I'm sure it's difficult staying away from it. So listen, I feel like North Carolina has such a calm, laid-back demeanor, and that is really reflective in your personality. How do you stay so calm? You're so collective. You just chill, lay back. How is that?
I mean, I just think, you know, it's just my personality, who I am. I just try to stay even keel. You know, when things are going great, you know, you can't really get the big head, get too high. Like you know, like people say, you can't get too high, can't get too low. And you know, when things aren't going so well, you gotta find a way to, you know, come out of that shell, whatever it may be. So I just try to stay even keel. And whatever it is I'm doing. So yeah, I guess it's just my personality.
You have a camp every year at Duke in relation to your little brother who has Down syndrome. Tell us a little bit about that camp and how it went this year.
Yeah, well, it went well. So this year was actually the first year that we had it. I had got connected with the National Down Syndrome Society through another football player that has a brother with Down syndrome. Okay. So that's kind of how I got linked in with them last year. And this year we had the camp, and it was a success. It was really well. Went really well. You know, it was just something that's, you know, kind of near and dear to me, having a younger brother with Down syndrome, and just seeing the challenges and the things that, you know, he has to go through day to day, and the things that, you know, my family we go through with him day to day. So. You know, the camp is just something that I just wanted to bring, you know, kids in the area that, you know, have Down syndrome, or families, you know, that have loved ones with Down syndrome. Just bring them together and just learn from each other, and you know, just you know, be a resource for each other. Like I said, there are many challenges that they go through and that we go through, and you know, if you can help out, just, you know, be a resource. So it was a great camp.
How good is it to see how your brother has transformed over the years, you know, with everything, the new technology that's being brought forward? How has that been, seeing him just improve day to day?
I mean, it's been a blessing, you know, just seeing him grow and develop. You know, it's still a lot, you know, each and every day we're still trying to learn, because my younger brother, he's nonverbal, so he can't, you know, can't talk, can't communicate with us, but there are other ways that he communicates with us, you know. You know, if it's something he wants, he'll go get it. You know, just you know, he's smart, but like I say, he just can't you know, express that.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And I'm sure he looks up to you. It's just a joy to see you all the time.
Yeah, big fact. Yeah, he looks up to me. He comes to he comes to about all the games. You know, when they get a chance, when him and my family get a chance to come, and you know, he sits there and he enjoys it. So, so yeah.
Speaking of idols, I read where, being from the hometown, the home state of North Carolina, Steve Smith was one of the players that you looked up to. Yeah. Tell me about some of the qualities that you took from his game that you applied to your game.
I think, you know, the main quality is just the toughness that he brought to the football field each and every Sunday. You know, being a smaller guy, I'm a smaller guy, so you know, my physique doesn't really, I don't want to say intimidate, but it's not really, you know, it's not.
Doesn't define you.
Yeah, right. And you know, just seeing him being a smaller guy, we can go out there and just have that toughness, and just have that mentality to go out there and say, you know, to himself that, you know, he's gonna do this and do that. I think that was one of the things that I was mostly impressed by with him. That I always try to, you know, just kind of have that same mentality. You know, being a smaller guy, you know, I'm not gonna intimidate anybody, but if I had that toughness, go out there and make plays and play hard. then my game speak for itself. So.
Is that why you've always played with the attitude to kind of prove yourself to everybody? Like you've always played with that mentality?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I mean, like I said, it's all about just just the size. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going. Guys aren't scared when they see you.
Yeah.
He's a little dude, but like you go out there and play with that toughness. It's like that lets them know that hey, he might be small, but he has heart. And he's gonna bring it, each and every place. So.
And fast, so you kind of like shoot past those lines when
yeah,
they're bad.
Yeah, I guess I got a little speed.
So that brings me to my next point, because on Instagram you said, be your own person and follow your dreams. Never sell yourself short or listen to what the so-called experts say.
Right.
Only you can determine how great you want to be. How does that apply to the politics when it comes to your job?
I mean, it applies heavily. Coming out. I had a lot of doubters, saying I was too small and I couldn't do this and couldn't do that. But at the end of the day, you can't listen to what the writers or the experts and wherever it is what they say. You just gotta have that determination and that will to prove them wrong and also to reach your goals, whatever goals you have set. So yeah, that's kind of where that post came from. That's kind of where that post came from. It was just something that I from the heart, something I felt, something I went through. And something I feel like a lot of guys go through. When you go through that process of getting drafted and combine and stuff, the scouts or whomever, they're always looking for negatives or things that you can get marked off.
Speaking of size, your previous coach Jay Gruden said he plays much bigger than who he really is. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's just one of the things like. My mentality. I always want to go out there and prove that I'm just not a small guy that's limited. I can make plays, that the bigger guys make as well. So, and I appreciate Jay for saying that about me.
Did you know he said that?
Somebody told me about that.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of I don't read and stuff, but somebody did tell me that he had said that. So that's like I said, this is my mentality. Go out there and just try to play, just make all the plays I can, and just play bigger than what I look like.
So let's pivot. So your first time at free agency, how was that process for you? Nervous, anxious, excited? How was that? Yeah,
it was a lot of emotions, nervousness, excitement, anxious. Just for the simple fact that last year with Washington, my contract year, it wasn't the best year for me. I dealt with the ankle injury.
Okay.
So
how is that now?
Oh, I'm good now. Yeah, I'm back to 100%. So, but yeah, just last year it was a lot of thoughts going through my mind.
Like what?
Just what's going to happen. Just because for the simple fact, the nature of the business. When it's your contract year, you want that to be your best year.
Right.
Going into free agency or whatever. So, like I said, it was actually my worst year. So. And it was because of an injury. Injuries are part of the game. But it was my worst year, and I just didn't know how things were, going to shake out. But fortunately, I had put enough body and work, the previous years before, and everything worked out. So.
And I think you came out a winner.
Yeah.
So how has that transition been from Washington to New York?
It's been smooth. I feel like the team has brought me in, welcomed me in with open arms. So, back in OTAs and everything, it was just for me, just trying to come in and learn my new teammates, get used to them and them get used to me. So, but it's been a smooth transition. So
Okay.
I just look forward to when we start camp and as the season progresses, just look forward to building that bond with the guys.
First time at free agency and you find out you are a New York Jet. What was going through your mind?
It was excitement. Just having another opportunity to continue my career in the NFL. A lot of guys don't really get a chance to get to a second contract, so that was a blessing. So I'm excited to be in New York, and just looking forward to having a great season.
So you guys got a new coach, Adam Gates, more offensive coach. He's had an opportunity to play with Tim Tebow, Peyton Manning, Jay Cutler. What have you seen out of him so far that excites you, and what type of culture do you think he will bring to the New York Jets?
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to bring that winning culture. That starts with at the head, and it trickles down to the locker room. So I can tell just in my short time being there for OTAs that that's the culture that he's trying to bring. But yeah, I mean, offensively, man, it's a fun. I can tell it's a fun offensive play. It's a lot of stuff, and it's been a challenge for me just learning the system. It's totally different. It's totally different from Washington.
Okay.
You know, being in a system for 4 years, I knew that system, really well, and then going to another team and now having to learn totally different language and different concepts. It's like I said, it's been a challenge, but I think to this point I've grasped it enough, and I'm still learning. But I'm happy to be part of the team. And
so then you found out you'll be joining forces with Le'Veon Bell. How excited are you to get back there with him?
I'm excited. Le'Veon, he's a guy that's very explosive, very talented, can run, can catch out of the backfield. He's a running back that you don't really see, too often. A lot of times running backs can't catch, but they can run great.
Okay.
He's a mixture of both. He can catch the football, so he just brings a whole different element to the game. And I think that he's a guy for sure that defenses have to key on. And I think that it opened up for me and some of the other guys on offense.
With OTAs and minicamp concluding, what type of camaraderie have you been able to build, and what do you think is needed to move the team forward?
I think to this point, like I said before, I've laid a foundation of building a bond with some of the guys on the team, and I think that's the most important thing. Moving forward, just being comfortable with each other on the football field. Knowing that the guy next to me is gonna do his job, and him knowing I'm gonna do my job.
Right.
And that's something that you have to build. Switching teams. So to this point, I feel like we got out to a good start. Like I said, I just look forward to continue to build that bond, and I think that's very important. Having a good team, a good ball club.
So I read where you love competition. You feed off of it. You feel like competition makes you better. In this division, you get to face Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots twice.
Yeah.
How excited are you about those two meetings?
I'm excited for sure. They've a dynasty basically. They won 5, 6 Super Bowls. So and that's tough. It's tough to win games in this league. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be fun. I look forward to playing against the Patriots twice a year. Honestly, I look forward to playing against everybody. Honestly, just having the opportunity to go out there and playing. I just look forward to all that.
But if you guys are able to make some noise against the Patriots, you guys have a good opportunity to make some noise in the playoffs. Yeah,
facts. They've definitely set the laid the foundation, kind of had a blueprint, for winning. So if you can compete and beat those guys, then you really give yourself a chance to go out and win any game on Sunday. So, I agree with that for sure.
As a receiver, what has been the toughest defense you have faced?
That's tough. That's a tough question.
Is there anybody that you're like, dang, I got to go up against them again this week?
Nah, I think because I will say being in the division, these last 2 years being in the NFC East division, Philadelphia had a really good defense. Those going against those guys the last 2 years, you knew it was going to be tough, just because they had a really good front seven, and defensively in the back end, they were talented as well. So Philly had a really good defense. It's a lot of teams. I can't even just think off the top. Because it's a lot of teams I played against that.
But you said you feed off of it, so the better the defense, the better you play.
Right. Obviously, it's just because it's going to be. You have to bring it, It's like, you're either gonna go out there and try to perform, or it's gonna look, you're gonna look really bad. So, playing against those top defenses definitely brings the best out of me. So,
do you feel like the New York Jets, with all the moves they made in the offseason, do you feel like you guys have the pieces to be a serious playoff contender?
Yeah, I think for sure. Offensively, we have a lot of guys that have made a lot of plays in this league. So, and then defensively, I think that we're pretty solid. So, like I said, I'm just looking forward to, just getting up there, summer camp, and, just building that bond, and, just getting out there on the field and going out there, trying to compete and win games. So.
Yeah. So every team's goal is to win the playoffs. Win the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What are some of your personal goals this year?
My personal goals this year definitely bouncing back from last year. For one is staying healthy. You know, injuries are a part of the game, and you know, guys don't want to get injured. I didn't want to get injured, but it happened.
Yeah, it happens.
But you know, this year I just want to be healthy, play a full season.
Okay.
So that's one of the goals, and then this year I want to at least have like 10 touchdowns. You know, that's kind of a goal I set each year.
Okay.
And at least want to get like 10 touchdowns, and
that's a fair goal.
yeah, I think it's fair.
I think you can do it.
Yeah. Shoot, I hope I can, but you know, it's a goal.
I feel that confidence coming out. Like, yeah, I can do this.
Yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, I can. You know, that's those are just some of the goals, you know, that I've thought about, that I kind of set for this year. So, you know, just want to make sure I get better each and every day out there in practice, and you know, hopefully I can you know, reach those goals, those milestones.
I read where you play so hard in practice that sometimes they're like, Jamison, you got to scale it back, save yourself. What is behind that?
I think a lot of that came from Duke University.
Okay.
Just practice in college was like so hard and so tough, man. It was just up pace. I mean, upbeat, you know, just fast pace, drill to drill. And you know, once I got to the league, the practice in the NFL were a little bit easier. So I mean, I just kind of kept that same, you know, practice style from college. It just kind of translated over to the NFL, but the practice in the NFL were easier than the college practice. So I think that's where a lot of that, you know, came from.
And you get to practice in the morning. I know you are fond about practicing in the morning.
Oh yeah, I am.
Does that come from Duke as well?
Yeah, but it was. When I was at Duke, it was an adjustment though. You know, coming from high school to college, high school practice in the afternoon, but once I got to Duke, it was like early morning practice. Like had to be up at like 5:45, so I had to get used to that. But you know, now I'm used to it. I like practicing in the morning, get in, get out, you know, so I can have the rest of the day.
Yeah, but in the rest of the day, you're still lifting weights and doing everything else.
Right.
So when do you rest?
I mean, you just, you know, you rest in the evening.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, yeah, it's more to it than just going to practice. You know, we spend a lot of time. We spend more time in the film and meeting room, taking notes, watching film, than anything. So, you know, it's a shoot. When the season starts, you up at like 6, 7, and you probably go home around about 5 or 6. So it's a full day's work. But you know, I rest in the evening though. You know, when I get home.
That's why you deserve at least a good box from Bojangles while you're here. So you didn't get all this work. So you gotta get some Bojangles while you're down here, at least a little bit.
Yeah, I might get a biscuit here and there in the mornings. But you know, I try to watch what I eat. So definitely, you know, can't eat too much.
Right.
Bojangles. So.
All right, so I want to play a 30-second check-in game. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You get 30 seconds to answer them, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Madden or 2K?
2K.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
LeBron or Kobe?
Kobe.
Club or kickback?
Lounge.
Monday night game or Thursday night game?
Monday night game.
J. Cole or Kendrick?
J. Cole.
Sweet potato or apple pie? Southern thing there.
Sweet potato.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did good.
Yeah, for sure.
So you like Monday nights better than Thursday nights?
Oh yeah, for sure. No
Why?
questions. It's just the turnaround is quicker. So like if we have a Sunday game, well when I was younger, I was like my rookie year, it didn't matter.
Okay.
You know? I would prefer probably a Thursday game my rookie year when I was younger, legs fresher. So I knew like if we played on Thursday, a lot of times I would have Friday, Saturday off, so I might be able to shoot home, you know, during the season. But now, like that turnaround is crazy. Like we have a Sunday game, I need Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I need all those days to recover, so I can be ready Sunday. But
especially like you said, you've been playing some of these big defenses like Philadelphia, and then you gotta play again on Sunday.
Yeah. So it's like I need all those days to recover, get my treatment. So definitely Monday. So like anytime, you know, the longer you have in between, the better I feel like I recover better and just be ready to play. So so yeah, definitely Monday night.
So are you a gamer? You like 2K?
Yeah. I like 2K. I don't really like Madden.
No.
I mean, I guess because I play, the game, and you know, it's like, because I play in the actual game, I feel like the video game is not really.
It's not relatable. You're like, come on, it's going too slow.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like the way they run and move on. Like,
but at least you get to play yourself. You can.
Yeah, I really don't play Madden like that, so I really don't even.
They say you like 2K.
Yeah, 2K.
All right, well that's it. I'm so happy to have you on. I appreciated you coming down and sitting with me. I wish you nothing but success in the season. And that's it.
I appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Yep. Jamison Crowder, New York Jets wide receiver, and today I'm checking in with Chante.